50 years of silence is about to end. But as NASA prepares to send the Artemis II crew around the lunar far side, a terrifying question remains. What are we actually returning to? For decades, we've been told the dark side of the moon is a dead, cratered wasteland, a tidally locked graveyard of gray dust. But the Apollo archives tell a different story. They speak of anomalous lights, unexplainable radio transmissions, and a sensory distortion that suggests the moon isn't just a satellite, it's a glitch in our reality. Today, we open the dossier on the Artemis II mission and the dark side paradox. To understand the paradox, you have to understand the physics of the void. The moon is tidally locked to Earth, meaning one side, the side we see, is eternally held in our gaze. The far side remains hidden, a 10 million square mile blind spot in the human map. Scientists call it the lunar shield, a barrier that protects Earth from cosmic debris. But in the world of survival psychology, the far side is known as the ultimate isolation. Once the Artemis II capsule passes behind that lunar horizon, the crew will enter a total blackout. No radio, no GPS, no Earth. They will be more alone than any human being in history, and that is where the anomalies begin. In 1969, the crew of Apollo 10 drifted into the lunar shadow. As they crossed onto the far side, their headsets were suddenly filled with what they described as outer space music, a strange, whistling, binaural hum that defied all electronic explanation. It wasn't a radio skip from Earth. They were blocked by 2,000 miles of solid rock. This wasn't a scientific glitch. It was a psychological breach. Some researchers believe this music is the sound of quantum interference, the moon acting as a massive, hollow resonator for frequencies we aren't supposed to hear. Whispers from the deep space dossiers suggest that the Apollo crews saw more than just craters. High-resolution scans, often classified before they hit the public domain, hint at translucent geometries rising kilometers above the lunar surface. These aren't mountains. They are glass-like spidery spires that appear to shimmer and disappear depending on the angle of the sun. If Artemis II encounters these crystalline anomalies, the mission parameters change instantly. We aren't looking at a rock. We are looking at an ancient infrastructure that has been cloaked by the very dust we think we understand. Space is a vacuum, but the Artemis II crew will be facing a phenomenon known as the third man factor. In extreme environments, deep sea, high altitude, or the lunar void, the human brain begins to project a secondary presence. Astronauts have reported the feeling of someone sitting in the capsule with them, someone who isn't on the manifest. On the dark side, where the sun never hits and the Earth is gone, this projection becomes terrifyingly vivid. Is it a glitch in the human hardware? Or is the lunar atmosphere, thin as it is, reacting with human consciousness? The Artemis II mission isn't a landing, it's a high-velocity flyby. The crew will be slingshotting around the far side at speeds exceeding 25,000 miles per hour. At that velocity, the visual distortion caused by the moon's uneven gravity, the mass cons, creates a warping effect. If the moon is indeed a hollow satellite or an artificial construct, this is where the structural glitches will appear. The crew will be looking for transient lunar phenomena, flashes of light that move with intelligence, appearing to emerge from the South Pole Aitken Basin. There is a theory in quantum physics that reality only exists because it is being observed. For billions of years, the far side of the moon had no human observers. It existed in a state of quantum superposition. When Artemis II rounds that corner, they aren't just looking at the moon, they are collapsing the wave function. What if the dark side isn't ready to be seen? What if the paradox is that the moon changes its form the moment we look at it? We are sending 4 humans into a reality reset. NASA officially states that Artemis II is a test of systems, but the expedition knows better. We are testing the boundaries of the human envelope. We are poking at the blind spot of God. When the crew returns, if they return, the data they bring back may challenge the very definition of deep space physics. The moon is watching us, and soon we will be watching it back from the shadows. The map ends here. Subscribe to join the next dossier. The expedition continues.